At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an eluvian, but he mentioned a well of sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Ah, you mean Morrigan. I was so confused that you don't use the name. True, I mean she's a companion in the first game. And still quite shady. Yeah, I can't really tolerate playing Owlcat games. I like watching Ethan stream them. Oh, you. But otherwise they don't hold my attention, are too annoying. They are... I can understand that. I enjoy playing them, otherwise I wouldn't stream them. But they are very long. And especially, I would agree that like Wrath of the Righteous is insanely long if you go for full turn-based. I mean, how many hours did you put into that, Diana?
You're not certain. You said you knew what he was looking for.
I suspected. I did not know. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you?
Yes.
Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do.
I actually like when people
return to life.
can say they are at
saw him
fault.
die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
Then Corypheus can't really die.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
Yeah. We as Hawk just shouldn't
It
have
appears
freed
the
him.
temple's magics are still strong.
Ancient Elven. I can't make out much. Here it says Abella San, which means the place of sorrow. That must refer to the well.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
I think I was past 200 hours. 200 hours and it was just in Act 3 of Wrath of the Righteous. That's incredible. I think I finished the game in like 120 or something. But I mean, in the end, there was a bug which made me insta-kill all the enemies. And I just went for that. But yeah, sounds pretty mysterious. But we are searching for knowledge, so I think it's a start.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
Oh, it's kind of pressure plates. Do we have to like activate all of them? Probably we can't cross them like twice. Ah,
Well done. Let us see what awaits.
alright. I do know my riddles. I like these games,
I
but
see
Bioware
the
did
Red
a...
Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
They hurt themselves for years to get stronger, but they still die so easily.
Perhaps we shall fare better.
I hope so. I like these games, but Bioware did a better job with Mass Effect. I never played Mass Effect. I want to try it, but I'm
The
in
Temple
general
of Mythal,
not too fond of
constructed
shooters.
in an age when elves,
do you like about them?
not men, dominated this land.
Before the Imperium destroyed it.
They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment, after they proved their worth.
I think we have more rooms there. Interesting, so not only of protection, but also of justice. And still, once more, Lots of wolf statues, Fen'Harel, the rebel god. The Dalish use Herelan to mean traitor to one's kind, but the word does not appear in any elven text before the Tower's age. The ancient root word is related to Herelan, or position, and Halathan, or noble struggle. The Dalish call Fen'Harel a god of deception, but I posit a far more accurate translation would be god of rebellion. What he rebelled against is a story lost to time. In Dalish legends, Fen'Harel sees away the other deities out of love of trickery. If we understood more ancient Elven, we might find earlier versions of the Red Wolf story give him a more nuanced motivation beyond spite.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen'Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen'Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Yeah, that seems kind of weird. Because, I mean, he obviously opposed her, right?
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer Mafarath as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function, a reminder of vigilance for the faithful. Still, so long as the wolves' jaws cannot close around us, we may pass safely on.
Curious. Also, good question. Did you, I mean, looking at the downfall of the elves, did Fen'Harel really do the elves a favor by sealing all the other gods away? But then again, doesn't sound like he's looking out for the best of the elves, right? Mass Effect is not really a shooter, at least not as I remember it. From what I see, like, the gameplay is a shooter, right? Like a shooter RPG. Quite sure I never saw turn-based.
Hold them off!
Don't you feel bad, Samson, looking at all those abominations around you? I guess not. Hey, that's my move! Jumping down ledges. Go. And mine. I wonder what's in there for Samson. If there was like a promise or something, or if he's just dominated or mad. Here. Boom. Ah, no problem. Go. Right.
Come on, we might catch them.
Interesting barrier effect.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying outside while we stand here. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
Just a thought. Maybe rushing through this place like a mad bull isn't the best plan.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
I mean, looking at how this place is seemingly working, I think that's a smart idea, even though it might be counterintuitive in the first place. But I mean, sure, she definitely seems to want the well. But I mean, I'm not surprised.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager to stop Corypheus from achieving his mad plan?
It sounds like what you want is that well.
Mm-hmm.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
But to use it for what? I mean, the usual question about Morrigan. What is her goal? What is her agenda? I don't know if you can even find out. Or if you just find out by the consequences.
I should take your word that this is altruism and not hunger for power.
Yes. Far easier to believe the Witch of the Wild's full of greed. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Morrigan, that is way too convenient. I know you want to tell me that you want to pay the terrible price instead of me. Always those shady witches.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
You should have brought Solas here, give some info about the temple. Makes sense, I mean he knows a lot about elves, right? Then again, he rarely seems to actually share stuff. Oh boy. Thanks so much for following me.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat you, I would have feigned ignorance entirely. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Morrigan, I have still the impression you just want to manipulate me. Because, I mean, she revealed the information at a time to kind of press us into going along with the well, right? Follow Samson through the hall,
rituals,
or perform the rituals.
Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
Oh, and thanks so much for gifting us up, Juniper. Much appreciated. Open this door by completing the rituals. Okay. I'm very confused by the markers. So here I could jump down. Of course we're doing the ritual. I'm curious for knowledge. But I think Aiden would take the knowledge for himself. Especially if it's elven knowledge and something Dalish. And also not really trusting her. Okay, let's see how we do this. Just gonna start. What happens if I leave? Then it stops. Okay, I guess I kinda have to get rid of this grate here. Morrigan trying to manipulate you? No, of course not. She'd never manipulate anyone. She's an open book. That's mean. I can't even walk around those. Okay, how can I open them? Pull a lever. Huh? Alright. The question is... then those go up. We will just try it out, I guess. Oh, great. Again. I just pull the lever. Once I fail, it goes up again. Okay. I'm very confused. So I think I have to start in the middle, like do this part behind the first part of the grades. And then I can pull the lever and walk around. Okay, let's start again. Go here. I don't know if I already messed up. I think so. Go here, then I can go here, and I don't know if I can just jump into the middle. Whee! I can. Nice. So, pull the lever, and then I'm just gonna start walking here, and hope this is going to work. Even failing puzzles again. Hey! I think I'm not doing that bad with puzzles. I'm just really glad that your companions can't mess up for you.
That did it.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Ah, nice. What kind of elven rituals are those? Just on there we have the next. Oh yeah, Meredith in Dragon Age 2 was horrible. But I mean, comparing Morrigan to her mother, at least from what I saw so far, Morrigan's mother, so Flameth, just seems to be mysterious and do her thing. Morrigan actually does things. I'm just trying out things. But it's working. Nice.
The ritual is complete.
Sometimes,
We are
not
close.
overthinking, just
There is
walking.
but one more path to follow.
Evil witches are hot witches. Ah. You gotta resist the temptation of the evil witches. I think I'm actually very rarely into evil characters. Just have to think about it. But usually, I think I'm into the good guys. This puzzle was easy. Cut me some slack. So I think here we have the last one. Let's see how complicated this one is. Oh no. Is it multi-layered? I think so. Is it multi-layered or did we just do it? Nah, it is multi-layered. We have nothing here on the right. Just keep walking. Whoop. Ah. There even more. The puzzles are more fun in Skyrim. I haven't played Skyrim in ages. What kind of puzzles do you have in Skyrim? I think here I'm just confused at how large this puzzle is. Because it's not complicated, it's just big. We just walk there and then in there and then back. Yeah, we can. Let's do that. But it also seems kind of funny.
Everything is lit.
It wants to say something.
Cassandra and
But I
Iron Bull
can't hear
disapprove?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Iron Bull, why do you disapprove? You're not even here. How dare you do this elven ritual? How do you even know? Ah, but it looks nice and glowing. But yeah, back to my original point, which I didn't make. Kind of weird that like your proving ground is just figure out in what sequence to walk those pressure plates. And I mean, 3 out of 4 were pretty easy. Let's walk up here. Do you hear the pressure plates? They're calling to me. Wrong room. Which game has really great puzzles? Zelda games really do have great puzzles, I gotta say.
'Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
A ritual chamber, probably?
We're being watched.
Vanavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You have the features of those who call themselves Elven. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass?
It is familiar?
What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
Is he like an old elf? Like one of the original elves? Like back from the days where there were still elven gods? And why does he know... What does he know about our mark?
I don't understand the slumber bit. Who are you?
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
Well...
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
For whom is it then? Why protect it if no one is supposed to use it?
So you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan?
The Shemlen did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over.
Wait, that's not right. What are you saying?
You would not know truth.
And they are still immortal
Shemlen
elves.
history is as short as the pool of your years.
What did the Imperium do then? Are you saying it wasn't a war?
The war of carrion feasting upon a corpse, yes. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
And I mean, given how Solace is behaving, and also that at least this guy we're talking to now is also bold, kind of makes you wonder, is Solace like an ancient elf?
What is this Vira Belasan exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mythal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
I never play evil, but I do play good, but I also do make unpopular choices, lol. But like, unpopular but still good choices, or what do you mean? I think I almost always play good. When I do like tabletop RPGs, I also play neutral sometimes. But still mostly good. Oh, also makes sense, Diana, to not lean too much towards evil when playing in RPG groups. Solus is really sus. That he is.
Our people have lost everything. They need you. They could learn from you.
Our people? The ones we see in the forest, shadows wearing Valisleen. You are not my people. And you have invaded our sanctum as readily as the Shemlen.
We knew this place was sacred.
And we did
We've
the
respected
ritual.
it as best we could.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours,
Nice.
we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
I'll admit the idea of fighting the last of their kind does not thrill me.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I do wonder what would have happened if we actually just went after Corypheus, or Samson, I guess. If we even still met the elves? Probably not. And if we met them, they would probably be hostile. Well, Aiden really is curious to find out more about the ancient elven ways. He definitely doesn't want to kill, like, his ancestors. So, we will ally. Sorry, Morrigan.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek.
Solas greatly
As for the
approves.
Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morrigan!
Yeah, and of course Morrigan is only there for her own goals. And of
He
course...
said the elves destroyed themselves before my countrymen came along. Could that be true? I can hardly believe it.
This would be our guide.
Mythal asked.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
Yeah.
She's worried about this well, not Corypheus.
She turned to a bird.
Of course she's just caring about her own aims and goals. Are you really surprised? Always those treacherous companions. Yesterday in Rogue Trader, today in Dragon Inquisition. Here we go, more fire. Is that it? That's it. And I mean, we're still going to go to the Well of Sorrows, so... I guess we'll still go there. Although it kind of feels like... where's the door? It kind of feels like an odd decision, because in the end, at least, it didn't really matter, right? For Morrigan, at least. She's still going to the well. Let's see what the outcome's going to be. I guess it's not this room. But I do see stairs. And yeah, the temple looks really nice. In general, this whole elven architecture is nice. Look at the map. There are stairs. How? Can I do something with the statues? Also interesting, more wolves. Seems to be quite the connection between Mythal and Fenrir. Okay, I can't continue here. For whatever reason. Had just the same thought about the Fenrir statues, Malachan. Nice. But how? Where to continue? What I like about this game, it does have very pretty graphics. True, I mean, the previous Dragon Age games are just quite old. I am confused. I'm not sure where to go. What a novel thing in this stream. But I mean, we can just take the other door. But I think I can't attack with it. Can't we just use a ladder or something to climb up there? In a sanctum? But we just went straight ahead, and then we couldn't continue. But I mean, also looking at that here, I think the map is just kind of wrong. Continue here. There's no door to the right. Can I go, like, to the left? Is that a bug? Am I overlooking something? I am very confused. Can I use like the torch or something? Hey. Go upstairs? No. It was all just the entrance. I'm just confused. I can't continue from this. From this room. Look for the sentinel. Ah, true. Follow the sentinel guide to the Well of Sorrows. We had a guide. Where are they? Why didn't they come with us? I didn't even notice a guide. A very good point, Diana. Are you the guide? You're not the guide, I think. Hello? Someone want to guide me? I'm not sure where the guide is. Let's look for the guide. Was it not glowing on map? You mean that here? I don't know where to go. That's why I'm wondering if it's a... Ah, I think this is the Sentinel guide. Just standing in a very dark alley. And they are pretty slow. Those are my excuses for losing them. But I guess they're just carrying a very heavy book.
This place looks untouched.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
Wow. You, someone serving the chantry, call this nonsense? For me, it's way more fascinating, like, how do the elves in here just survive? Like, what are they eating? What are they using? Maybe let's not loot something from the temple. They are old elves, of course they are slow. But they are mortal.
Penshra, Gilas Velathan.
She wants us to stay close.
Just a quick look around.
Cassandra knows Elven? Interesting. The Mercy was interactable. Ah, oh well. Can I open this door here? Uh-huh. I guess we're kind of getting the sneaky way through. Lots of moving doors and moving walls. Did you just see the small jump of the book? Interesting. Completely untouched by time in the outside world.
The Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
They're dying faster than they wanted to.
I wonder why the elves, or these ancient elves, became so reclusive. Kinda seems like the world changed and we did not. Just help them? Come on, let's help them. Not too many left, but hey. Trying to do some good. guess so too. If we supported our crazy witch, we would have taken the longer road. There we go. You're welcome, elves. Where's our guides? We shouldn't have helped the elves. Where are they? I mean, let's take the loot. I think we need to go through this door and then we're nearly there. Here we go. Put a mine here and more fire. But yeah, it feels much better with the elves on our side, not fighting them. Because Morrigan doesn't care about the world. But I mean, once more, what does Morrigan want with the well? What kind of knowledge is she after, and to what ends?
The Well of Sorrows.
It's loud and so cold.
Andraste, guide us.
Did someone
How
just
has
say
such
you
magic
die here,
lasted?
Lavellum? I wonder for Samson. I guess so.
An army of these bastards won't stop us! How will you get to the well, General?